Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Dungeon Busters, published by Mayday Games. They sent me a copy, and it was designed by Tomohiro Enoki. And this game is actually quite a bit like Diamonsters, but a little bit more sophisticated and interesting. Diamonsters by IDW Games. I'll post my review. But in Dungeon Busters, what you're doing is you're playing as one of these fun, cute, anime chibi, not quite chibi, but anime characters. We've got the knight, the priest, who's a cat, the thief, the mage, and the archer. Now, upon looking at the cards, you will realize that they're just 1 through 7 and they're all the same. So there's absolutely no importance to the characters, but they're fun. And for a game that's sort of great for family, fast play, my kids certainly enjoy fighting over who they're going to be, regardless of the fact that it's 1 through 7. But what you're going to do is you're going into a dungeon, and everyone's going into the dungeon together, and you are facing things. So let's see. There are 5 cards per dungeon, and you discard one so you don't know what you're going to get. But, you know, let's say we get the blue slime. What you'll notice is a hit point of 4, and then a reward at the bottom. So what's really interesting about this game is that we're all going to play one of our cards. And what we're trying to do is, again, it's 1 through 7, add up so that we defeat the creature by matching or passing its hit points. So you can talk with players and work together. You can be like, I'm going to play a 2, I'll play a 3, I'll play a 4. Well, this blue slime's easy, but you're going to defeat it. Now let's look at a creature that's a little higher, like the Chimera at 14, right? So this really requires people to play high numbers to defeat it. However, if 2 players play the same number, they're knocked out. Sort of like, again, Diamonds. So if they don't play the same number, they're fine, but the same number, they're both out of the battle, so to speak. They forgot their stuff. I don't know. And so what happens is, well, you're like, well, why don't you collude? Why don't, I say I'm going to play 3, you're going to play 4, you're going to play 5, that kind of thing. Well, the other little twist is the treasure that's left, actually the person who gets the best treasure is the player who played the lowest card, right? So you're trying to play a low card, but at the same time you're trying to succeed, and everyone's trying to play a low card. So you're sort of hedging your bet, you're thinking about what other people play. As you work through a dungeon, cards that are play are left face up, so you can't use them again. So, you're sort of managing what's in your hand and trying to get people to play in your favor so you can have the lowest card. If you lose, if everyone's like, well, I'm going to play a 1 and 2 people get knocked out and there's a 2 and nowhere near 14, then the lowest player loses some of their gear or some of their gems. Gems, by the way, I've got 2 piles here. The Korean original game from Korean Board Games came with these gems. I believe in Mayday they're going to be coming with the punch board gems, but it was a Kickstarter, so there may have been a add-on or a stretch goal to have the full gems. I'm not exactly sure where that netted out. But this is a fast game, fun game, easy to explain, worked really well with my kids. I expect we're going to be picking it up, and I do... it's got more meat to it a little bit than Diamonsters, and my youngest, Evan, really likes sticking it to my wife in terms of saying, he's like, what are you going to play, Mom? And she's like, a 2. He's like, 2? Like, all the time trying to knock her out, and it really worked for Ethan, my other son, and I. So, anyway, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. More importantly, play some great games. Thanks. Bye.